Rob, this is your first video lesson, July 2011. I'll just run this um, slow motion and just get a feel of the action here. Okay, now we'll run Adam Scott. Again, slow motion. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll go through the swing and identify a lot of things that a few things that we need to change. The overall swing, like I said, is pretty solid. The action is good, and the rhythm and tempo is very good. So let's go through piecemeal. Um, so the first, all right, let's start at the very. On closer look, um, we can be a little more bent over from the hips at address. See how he's got some flex in his knees, and his hip pockets are out behind him. So he's got, and typically the good position is the shaft angle should be parallel to the spine angle. Yours is a little, instead of 90 degrees, it looks like it's 110. I think you have better chance of rounding out your swing by getting a little more over the ball. So bending from the hips a little more would be beneficial. So as you take back, as I mentioned the other day, is your club face is too inside and kind of shut. It's pointing down this way, and what that sets you up for going a reverse loop. This is where it should be. See how the club disappears with his hands? Club face, it's like toe is up right there, and this is right up above his toe line, the shaft. Now, these yellow lines represent the preferred swing plane. It doesn't have to be on one line or the other, it just has to be parallel to the line. And you can see here that, and when I say the club has to be, I'm talking about the handle, shaft, and the club head. Anytime it varies from the swing plane, you've got to make a corrective move to get it back on. So you've broken the plane here. Now you've made a good athletic move. Now it's on plane, right? This is a pretty good a spot here. You got a good shoulder tilt, but you're on plane. But what happens is it goes here. Now you overcorrect, and it goes off plane again, and then it gets across the line. See how it's across the line? His goes right down, right up that swing plane, and set in here. And see, at this position, you've got your elbow is kind of flying, and his is pointed straight down. It's a world of difference. And see how, and part of the problem is see how your left wrist is cupped and your right one isn't? It should be the other way around. The left wrist is straight and the right one is cupped, like the server's tray at the top. That fixes that position. Now on the way down, because you're across the line and you don't make any corrective action, so you start down and it's too steep because you've got a reverse loop. See, when he comes down, He's right at the ball. So he's all on plane. You have to, in the middle of your swing, make a correction from this red line. Now watch. You'll do it. You'll work hard, but it's outside. This is a pool. Now you're on plane right now. You're on plane, but you're outside. You've actually come over the top, as you say. And then you get outside the ball. This is going to be pull. Then you don't rotate your hands through, because a pull, if you rotate your hands through, you're going to be a pull hook and go left and more left. So you hold on. That's where the club face remains open, and you slice. In this particular yard shot, you hit it straight. But this is a good thing. Your lower body action is pretty good. It's just a little late. At impact, we should see double cheek, like this. See, he's got double cheek showing. You have good action, but your lower body should be like that at impact. And if you start your lower body first, then it gets rid of the steepness on your swing. But I like this. This is a good spine angle. You retained a spine angle, and your hips are actually better post impact than I thought they were. So that's totally livable. It's just they're a little late. So here's a drill I'd do is I'd take it right to here, and then I'd swing to the top and go. So I'd take it back right where, see where Scott's is, then I'd take it up and fire the hips. I'd use that as the drill. The next drill, I'd take it to this spot, and then from this spot you just rock your shoulders and hit.